I forgot to print out my keyword outline while I was at work, so I'll be reading off my phone. Here is a picture of it. Hello, Ackies. We all know how fun college can be, experiencing adulthood and living on your own. However, we are often dealt a bunch of struggles when being students. Like, some of us deal with mental health issues, financial instability, or even insomnia. And while talking about our struggles, I want to bring to your attention a crisis that's been going on in College Station for quite a bit, and that is the housing crisis. While College Station itself is not a expensive area, we have cheap activities, and we're giving student discounts on almost everything. So it's pretty expensive to live here. However, College Station's main demographic being college students, that idea seems to go out the window when it comes to rent.
Okay, here is my keyword outline. Okay, so imagine this. You're working a part-time job on campus, making, I want to say, around $11 an hour, which is not bad, right? But then rent hits and it's nearly $2,000 a month, and just like that, your entire paycheck is gone. And you haven't even bought groceries or filled up your gas tank yet. For a lot of students here at Texas A&M, this is not hypothetical, this is real life. And for new Aggies, especially, that financial hit can be a really harsh wake-up call. So today, along Karen, Brianna, I want to talk about something that's affecting students all across campus, which is the high cost of living in College Station. And I've been looking into data from Zillow, Apartments.com, and even our own Jobs for Aggie site. And what I found makes it very clear that this isn't just some students' problem. Um, it's a lot of us. Um, my goal is very simple, is to help students make small steps now so they don't run into big money problems later. So I'm going to start with the numbers and when rent might be the biggest problem you face after moving day. Rent in College Station, it's so expensive. It's too expensive for students. According to Apartments.com, the average one bedroom apartment in College Station costs about $1,000 a month. And if you're eyeing a two bedroom, it can be up to 1,400 a month. And Zillow actually backs this up, showing that the average rent across all rental types, including houses and townhomes, is around $1,800 to almost $2,000 a month. And that's more than many students' entire monthly income. Even a small apartment is out of reach for most people unless they get help from parents or split the cost with roommates. And that is more than a car payment, and for a lot of students, that is more than even their parents' mortgage.
Rent in College Station is ridiculous. However, even before moving in, we are met with a bunch of fees. According to San Antonio Express News, they define it as junk.
All right, so similarly to Auto Northgate, there is another apartment complex called Callaway Villas. They advertise themselves as a cheaper alternative, but they still have so many of those hidden fees that they just don't tell the renter about. For example, the maintenance fee is on average $50. You spend a month on that. If you want covered parking, that's another $40 that you have to pay. And then to do any type of online payment, whether that be pay your utilities, pay your rent, pay any small fees you have on your account, you have to pay another $15 to do that. And then if you want to have a pet down there like I do, you have to spend another $350 as a pet down payment just to bring them along with you. And this isn't even touching on the utilities, which varies month to month and season to season. It can go anywhere from as low as $60 all the way up to $150. I've found that I'm on average paying $85 uh, for just utilities. And this is all before you even talk about how much the rent is. It adds up very fast.
Now, if some students think, well, I'll just get a cheaper place, the truth is, it is hard to find one. A lot of the cheapest options are either far from campus or are already full by the time school starts because there is just so many students here on campus. And even those cheaper places still come with hidden costs like utilities, deposits, or furniture. So if you're not prepared, the cost of rent alone can put you in financial trouble really, really fast.
According to Rent Cafe, the average rent in College Station is $1,741 a month. That's nearly $2,000. And because we can't afford that by ourselves, a lot of students rely on shared housing. But even still, students are paying about $1,000 or more a month just to have 3 to 5 roommates. Average rent in Bryan, Texas is $1,283. That is almost $500 less than College Station. So why are we, College Station, a stereotype that we as College Stations are broke, paying almost $500 more than families of 4, 5, 6, and so forth? However, because we are living in a college town, we are forced to pay these ridiculous prices in rent. Now, to make things worse,
With
so as I'm stating all these issues in the housing crisis in College Station, it's only fair if I come with solutions. And my solutions to solve this problem is all one bedrooms should be capped with a rate of $1,200. And if you are sharing a house or apartment, you should be paying no more than $750 a month. Unless if you're living with more roommates, obviously. The student wage in College Station should be raised to nothing less than $11 an hour, because $11 an hour is the average rate in College Station. However, you're not guaranteed to $11 an hour. I have a roommate who makes $8 an hour at her job, which is ridiculous. You can contact city officials of College Station, advocate for wage increase and rent gaps, and we can organize protests or strikes to show College Station officials that we are fed up.